Hi, Heather from Hooked on Pickin' here. One thing I noticed when listing today is something brand new I have never seen, and it gives me the option to choose a barcode. So I'm going to show you inside on the computer what it's talking about and kind of explain a little bit about what's going on with this new process. Okay, so let me show you. Okay, so here I am at my computer, and I just wanted to show you this. Once I clicked Save and Continue, after I put in all my pricing and my condition note and chose that it was a new product, it brought me to this spot right here. It says choose barcode type, if you can see, and it says fulfillment by Amazon requires a scannable barcode on each item, which if you are an FBA, you already know that. But now for new products only, it gives you the opportunity to, here's my product, Bernstein Bear's Sister Plush. It gives you the opportunity to, I'm trying to zoom in for you, it's not doing real well, to choose either Amazon barcode right here or the manufacturer's barcode. Now, what's the difference? Now, normally, if you've been an FBA in the past, you have always used an Amazon barcode, which means that is your product you picked, and that product that's going to be sent to the customer is exactly your product. Okay, but what Amazon is starting to do now is, what if they have another Bernstein Bear Sister Bear that's in California and someone from California ordered it, but my particular Bernstein Bear sister is in the Midwest. So what it's saying is that if I listed as a merchant barcode, what it would do is someone else may have sent in a manufacturer another one under the manufacturer's barcode, and so what they would do is they would take that product, and that they would send that product to the person in California, and then switch my picked product to the other seller's inventory, and I would get the credit for the sale. So if they bought it under my store, but it's not the actual product that I touched. So it has a couple of pros and cons. It only is for new product, and so as far as sending in a damaged item and things like that, it shouldn't affect. But the concern that I have is that possibly it may be an item that was sent in by another seller and it does have damaged, and then the return comes back to me, but it was not the actual product that I picked. And so if you click this here, use manufacturer's barcode to track inventory, it explains all of that to you on the Amazon website. My internet's running really, really slow right now, and so but basically, if you click that, it explains everything that you need to know. If you leave it on Amazon barcode, it is done exactly the way that you have done it before. It says, use manufacturer barcode, which means on my particular item, if you want me to show you, this is the item that I had right here, this little plush, and what it's saying is that it will use this UPC code. So I would not have to adhere one of my regular Amazon barcodes to the item. It would just use this code. Now, it doesn't work for things with multiple barcodes on it, but it does work for these, and Amazon picks and chooses which ones you'll have to do. So there are some items you still have to put an Amazon barcode on, but it will make the listing a lot faster, because then you won't have to go through and label these particular items. But just be aware that this particular toy may not be the one sent to the customer. It'll be one that looks exactly like it, but the condition may be different if the person, if the other seller's product was not in the most pristine condition. And so you make the choice, and you can decide whether or not you want to do that. But here's what it says when I click the use manufacturer barcodes to commingle your inventory. Commingle basically is your mixing your inventory with other FBA sellers. It says, by default, your seller account is set to use the manufacturer barcode to track your eligible inventory throughout the Amazon fulfillment process. You can change this default barcode preference at any time if you have the option to change your barcode preference for each offer you create, which for this particular item, it's giving me the opportunity to change that. Okay? Important, your items in your inventory that are identified as tracked and using manufacturer's barcodes are commingled with the items of the same products from other sellers who also use the manufacturer barcodes for those items. So if I chose to use Amazon barcode for all of my items, it will not be put in this commingled process, if you kind of understand. If you choose to use manufacturer barcodes when customers purchase a product from you, Amazon can send the item that is closest to them, even if you didn't send it to that particular fulfillment center. When that happens, you get the credit for the sale, and we transfer an item from your inventory to the seller whose inventory was used to fulfill the order. In addition, if you use the manufacturer barcode, you don't have to apply the Amazon barcode to each item yourself. So that really makes, it will make listing a lot faster. It does cause me a little bit of concern just because I don't know what condition it is in and how the person packaged it, because, you know, when I send in plush items or books or things like that, I put them in their own poly bag because I want to protect it and make sure that the customer is not getting a damaged product. And so it can affect your rating if they get a damaged product because it's sold under your store name, but it actually isn't a product that you touched yourself. Here's the eligibility for the items that you're allowed to do. It must be, not all inventory is eligible for tracking with manufacturer barcode. To be eligible, products must be in new condition only, have one single scannable barcode that corresponds to a single ASIN in the Amazon catalog, not be expiration dated, so it can't be like a food or a ink cartridge that has an expiration date, not be consumable or topical products such as skin cream, shampoo, or cosmetics. So some of those consumable products. Important, if the manufacturer barcode maps to more than one ASIN, an Amazon barcode is required. So even though it's an item like that, then sorry for the interruption, but I just wanted to bring this to your attention. You can read up more on changing your default barcode preference settings so that it either is always Amazon barcode or always manufacturer barcode. And remember, in the end, Jesus wins.